The use of a thermal imaging camera can be very helpful in expediting and being very thorough on monitoring and the initial inspection on a job site. In this particular case, this is a fairly large commercial project, and you can see as soon as you put the thermal camera on a wall, it gives you a suspected area. This is then going to need to be monitored and checked up on. The other thing, this is a fairly significant amount of space. How long do you think it would take a technician or two with a penetrating or non-penetrating moisture meter to be able to come through and monitor the entire linear footage of this space? Often things get overlooked because of technician haste or management trying to get the technicians to speed up. With a thermal imaging camera, you can come in and within moments, just as you see here with the walkthrough, be able to look and identify areas that you suspect. Here in this case, the water has wicked up a significant degree. And you can also see temperature differences. As you continue to walk through the space, it just shows a little bit more of the magnitude of the size and the amount of time it would take a technician to monitor. In this next section, this is a different project, and this one happens to have wood paneling in the hallway. The thermal imaging camera easily shows the areas where the water has wicked. Now in this project, this is a extended stay hotel. Keep an eye on the area in the top corner. That is an emergency light, and all of these little round dots actually happen to be sections of moisture. This is outside of room 12, obviously. Once we've used a thermal imaging camera to identify suspect areas, we want to take a moisture meter and actually identify if these areas are indeed wet. As you can see by the fluctuation in the moisture meter, there is indeed evidence of elevated moisture. This is the area around the emergency light that you saw earlier, and it is quite wet. This particular case is an assisted living facility. They had had a Category 3 water loss 5 days earlier. They did not identify it as a Category 3, and the janitorial crew tried to take care of it themselves. As you can see, there is an air mover. The property had declared that this facility was dry, but it had a very bad odor. In the thermal imaging camera, you can see where moisture has wicked up the walls. They did not take into account any moisture waking up. They were only focused on the carpet. As we enter this room where a person had been staying, and there were several of these rooms like this, the thermal imaging camera instantly allows us to see suspect areas that appear as dark areas on the camera. We can then allow ourselves to go back in with a moisture meter and verify. But this property had been declared dry by the maintenance and janitorial staff.